So, Mike and myself, we have had some experiences with the service center.
Yes, we have.
Won't you tell us a little bit about your experience with your model car?
Sure. Mine is limited. And what I mean by that is I haven't had to actually go to a service center. But up to this point, I've had the Rangers out, I think, 4 times. And they've done 12-volt battery replacement. They did a cabin filter replacement. They did a tire rotation. And I gotta say, when I first got to Tesla, I didn't know about the Rangers. Someone told me about that. Oh, go in the app and set up a service. I said, well, I can go down to the service center. No, no, no. Go to your app and set up a service call. All right. And what's that going to cost me? Not much. And so what I did for my very first time was I went to my app, said I want to do a cabin filter replacement. I have the filters. And I figured they were going to say, well, if you don't buy them from us, too bad. Like any other dealer does.
Sure.
And they wrote back, said, nope, here's your appointment date. We'll be there between 8 and noon. Got your own filter. That's great. $25. I went, really? You're going to come out to my house and
That's
change the
insane.
filters in my driveway for $25? This I got to see.
I would pay 3 times that easy. Like I did. Oh man, I did the air filter replacements in my non-Tesla cars, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
Like, it
well,
takes
I've done
forever.
it myself
You got to
too.
take the glove box out.
So I went ahead. The guy came out, $25. He had it all done in about 10 minutes. No mess, no fuss. Tire rotation, 15 minutes. 12-volt battery replacement. And the 12-volt battery replacement was great. That was a proactive job on Tesla's part. In other words, I called up and I said, look, I've got this fluttering going with the windows every now and then. They said, great, we'll be out in a week, $89, blah, blah, blah. Guy shows up, looks at it, says, oh yeah, battery's defective. That's why you're fluttering. He goes, no charge.
So from my experience, last year in my old car, I had a nail in the tire, which needed to be
Wow.
replaced. They have a truck, a Sprinter van that has it has tires in it. It has a tire balancing system in it, the whole thing.
Oh wow.
The guy came up, he met me there like probably I think half an hour sooner than the time frame. He said, "Hey man," he called me. "Hey, I'm here." I said, "Oh, great." So I pulled the car out of the garage. I was at the job, and pulled it out. He put some cones out. He took the tire off, went to his truck. He said, "Yeah, it's in the sidewalk. Got to be replaced. No problem. Car, brand new tire." So he was done probably, with all that,
So-
maybe 25, 30 minutes.
So he did a full tire replacement on the street.
That's
In
awesome.
yeah.
That's sweet.
But things
Yeah.
like that, man, roadside assistance. I mean, sure you can go to AAA, you can get it towed someplace, and it might be a little cheaper. But getting AAA, waiting for them to show up, getting your car on the flatbed, hoping they bring your flatbed. I'd rather just pay for the convenience and just
Sure.
have it done that way.
Sounds like the Rangers are usually, at least in both of your experience, have been pretty good.
Tesla is still a relatively new car company. In the first year, they sold 120 cars.
The issue
I
that
mean,
gets
if the
resolved.
Rangers are any indication, I think maybe they got good bones for service. If they can build on that model.
Some of what they offer for service, the Rangers and all that, is like eons beyond any other car company, right? Like
I'm really
it's-
impressed. I'm
it's amazing.
super impressed with what a Ranger can do. I mean, sure,
Absolutely.
they won't do my glass. That's one of the few things they won't
Okay.
do.
Sure.
Well, It has
But
to be a
they'll
third
do a
party.
lot of other things on the car.
Yeah, so I mean that's amazing. So I mean I think that's incredible. But yeah, if you have to take it into a center or you're having like rattling, has been a known issue, right? Like road, noise and other types of things. That's a tricky one. And I can say at least from my own experience with other cars, right? I had road noise issues where it's like I'm getting whistling on the windows or other types of things, and you try to get them to fix it and they do a thing and it doesn't fix it. You go
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and you do a thing and
Yeah.
it doesn't
That-
fix it.
that's not Tesla
I've done that
unique.
run around with other car companies with brand new cars. So I mean it happens, but yeah, hopefully Tesla service on average is good, and we'll have to see if it improves. But anyway, I saw this story on TMC and I was kind of like, ooh, hopefully that's not indicative of a larger problem.
Well,
like a common
I'm
issue.
willing to bet they're painfully aware of it.